Today, we're going to find out which college basketball program has produced the greatest all-time NBA talent. 64 different schools make up our jam-packed map of the USA, and you all know the deal by now. By the end of this video, only one will be left standing. This video is going to be an absolute journey to get through, so grab a seat, maybe some popcorn. The first of 60-plus wheel spins in the video. Our first attacking team is going to be LSU. They're going to be sent on the road for our first game of the video by this compass heading due north, and honestly, a very fitting first matchup because I've got the Shaquille O'Neal jersey on my wall. LSU, Arkansas. I just mentioned it, but yeah, the all-time LSU Tigers led by Shaquille O'Neal, Bob Pettit, Pete Maravich. That's a good enough big three to make a run in this video. Their opponent, Arkansas, not a bad squad. Sidney Moncrief, Joe Johnson, Alvin Robertson. That's also not bad, although a little weaker on paper. And honestly, as we watch the final few seconds, I will say pretty fair result. Arkansas good enough to keep it close, but LSU, an undercover heavyweight. That's what I'll call him, a dark horse. How about that? Oh my goodness, Mahmoud. I didn't even mention him a second ago. 38 and 14. Yeah, that's a good performance. With that win for LSU, our first land acquisition as Arkansas first team eliminated. Additionally, for every win this video, the winning team steals land and a player, Sidney Moncrief. Welcome to LSU. And with that one team down, 63 more to go. No more twists in this video. Everything should be straightforward. Indiana, another classic school to get things started. Who are they taking on? Heading southwest. I like it. That's a DePaul, a sneaky candidate in this video. I don't think candidate was the word I was looking for, though. DePaul pretty good, though. George Mike and a true OG, Mark Aguirre, Terry Cummings. I mean, that's again a good enough squad to compete. Tough first matchup, though. Isaiah Thomas, Walt Bellamy, George McGinnis, the Van Arsdale twins, prime Victor Oladipo. Oh my dude, it's March. Anything can happen. We are learning that lesson quickly. DePaul up 7. I'm giving Indiana just under 2 minutes to try and mount a comeback, but it might be too little too late. Tall Van Arsdale getting rejected by George Mikan. Just because these are all-time legends doesn't mean they're immune to being nervous. Single elimination basketball. George McGinnis, is he their go-to? Dick Van Arsdale pump faking. He actually had a look. He's gonna come off a screen. He's gonna put up a fading three, and he's gonna miss it. That might be game as DePaul advances the ball. Bobby Simmons going to the rim. Oh, he missed a layup. No. Oh, this game is outrageous. Isaiah Thomas back the other way. Gonna get an angle on Rod Strickland. He misses too. All right, so yeah, it's just missing layups time. All right. George Mikan, 22-7, 5 blocks in a massive win for DePaul. I'm not gonna lie, it's mostly massive because, well, they don't get eliminated and they steal Isaiah Thomas. Yeah, that is amazing. I just noticed that I didn't set it to 30-second shot clocks for these college games. Honestly, I'm not gonna change that. Georgetown, another heavyweight. Anyways, I'm not gonna change it to 30-second shot clocks because those games be taking too long. Georgetown heading south, slightly east. That's going to be into the tip of Virginia. Sure. Georgetown, infamously where Allen Iverson went to college. Also, 1, 2, 3 Hall of Fame big men. Ewing, Mourning, Mutombo. If they figure out that rotation, that could be deadly. Crazy thing is, if they beat Virginia here, I mean, Ralph Sampson, far and away their best player. Do I add another 7-footer? We'll cross that bridge if we get to it. And looks like we are going to get to it. A 20-something odd point victory. We don't even need to watch the final few seconds. 25-5 for AI with 5 steals. Pat Ewing, 24 and 12. That's a great duo. And you know what? Sure, I'm partially doing it for the laughs. Ralph Sampson added to Georgia. I'm gonna go ahead and make Pat Ewing and Alonzo Mourning power forwards. They don't love it, but look at that big man rotation, 4 deep with 7-footers. I mean, that is something crazy. I mean, it's possible Trey Murphy would have been a better fit for them, but come on, Ralph joining all them bigs, that's fun. Utah, not a great all-time college team. Okay, actually, not to disparage either team. This is low-key a battle of mid Utah, Colorado, but we got to get it done. I mean, with 64 teams involved, not everyone can be a juggernaut. Tom Chambers, Keith Van Horn, Bogut, Kuzma. Actually, they got a pretty good starting lineup at least. That being Utah. While Colorado, they have Chauncey Billups, Derek White, NBA champ. Oh, a couple champs leading the way. All right. Oh, and apparently that championship pedigree doesn't work for Kyle Kuzma. It works for Colorado. A 13-point win. Okay. And they get to add a player, of course. That's going to help. I went ahead and added Tom Chambers, former Sonic Sun legend, to Colorado. They make a big move. As with Utah eliminated, we're going to the Pacific Northwest, Washington, the closest school to my hometown. So that's fun as they're going southwest. Oh, that's simple. Setting up a Washington-Oregon battle. Let's do it. I'd love to see UW make a run. They've got Brandon Roy, Isaiah Thomas, Detlef Schrempf. A really fun team. They're pretty small. Oregon on the other side, not much bigger or better. Terrell Brandon, Peyton Pritchard, Luke Ridnour, Dylan Brooks. Okay, yeah, they're very guard heavy as well. And with the lack of size on both teams, court spacing was in full supply, and it was UW who was able to most take advantage. Isaiah Thomas, 36 points, 7 assists, a masterclass to lead the way, and the Huskies now add another all-star point guard. Moving along on our wheel, we're heading back to the other coast, NC State. Oh boy, the state of North Carolina. Yeah, no spoilers. There are some juggernaut teams to say the least, and the way I have the map laid out, we're gonna introduce UNC. Okay, here's the thing. NC State, a pretty good roster. David Thompson, Tom Gugliotta, Thurl Bailey, Bubble, TJ Warren. I mean, it's fun at the very least. But yeah, they unfortunately share a border with UNC. Michael Jordan, Vince Carter, James Worthy. UNC had a really good backup team. That's how deep their school talent is. I mean, we know the deal. I will say the only relative weakness, like in air quotes for UNC, they don't have dominant big men, but they do have Bob McAdoo, who is a beast in NBA 2K. I mean, he simulates so well. This game's over. I thought maybe my vamping would, I don't know, jinx it to being a close game. Not the case. UNC, the rest of the map just has to pray UNC doesn't play too many games because they get to steal a player. MJ just rubbing it in. My guy had 31 and 11. James Worthy was huge. See what I mean? Bob McAdoo. Nah, they've got enough big men because Bob McAdoo is special. I mean, this part of the map, the state of North Carolina specifically, gonna be a bloodbath. I mean, you all see what's coming eventually, but UNC gets the first move, and they also get to ho-hum add 94, 95 overall. David Thompson. NC State didn't have any bigs to steal, so the rich get richer. The rich get richer. I can speak, not fumble over my words. St. John's. Rick Pitino on the sideline. I don't know. Can he coach up the all-time St. John's crew? The Northeast USA is up for grabs. St. John's, UConn. St. John's not looking bad. Chris Mullen, Ron Artest, Dick McGuire, Mark Jackson, hand down, man down. That's a solid roster. It's also a very tough opponent on the other side. UConn, the Huskies, Ray Allen, Kemba Walker, Rip Hamilton. They've got prime Andre Drummond controlling the paint. Oh my word, it's a 1-point game, 1:15 left. Okay, 2-point game. Stephon Castle hit a free throw. Chris Mullen getting the rock up top, working on Ray Allen. That's a great matchup. It's going back to Ron. He hit some big shots in his career. Misses that one. Drummond on the glass. UConn now a chance for a dagger. Run Ray Allen off some screen. Oh, never mind. Ray just pops out. Doesn't need a screen, but misses the shot. Chris Mullen now a chance for St. John's to make a big shot. He's going inside. What? A little step back jump. What is this shot selection, 2K? Oh my word. Cliff Robinson coming back the other way. What? Ray, oh my. What are these sliders? We're just jacking up mid-range. Okay, I mean, it worked for Ray. They're going to come off some screens here. Chris Mullen, it's to Ron Artest with a clean look at a three. Good decision on the pass, Mark Jackson. Oh my goodness, Ray Allen missed a free throw in the clutch. That is crazy. It's only a 2-point game. St. John's, no timeouts, but they don't need to force a three. I mean, they could hit one, though, for the win. Let's see what they do. Oh yeah, they're going for the final shot here. It's going to be a pick and roll, and then maybe to Chris Mullen. Oh, they're both coming off the screen. Ron Artest just hit a shot. This time it's Chris Mullen. Hand down, man down. No, he misses at the buzzer. Ray did not play great defense, but in the end, they survive UConn. That was a tight one. Chris Mullen, another rich get richer situation. UConn, a bunch of good wing scorers, but I mean, there aren't that many big men floating around here. Georgetown has like all of them. So does LSU, another appearance. The LSU Tigers making their second appearance of this video already, which could be trouble for the rest of the map because they're only going to get better if they keep winning games. LSU going north all the way to Missouri. Okay, fortunately for the rest of the map, LSU, who's already stolen Sidney Moncrief, I mean, the best they can do here is Michael Porter Jr. Yes, I'm assuming they're winning this game. I know it's March Madness, anything can happen, but like, see what I mean? Missouri only lost by 23. That's a silver linings double. Low-key Michael Porter Jr., a pretty solid depth addition for LSU, who of course has the top-end talent, Texas A&M. I just realized there's a world in which they have to play LSU here. No, they're going south. Our first of likely a handful of Texas battles, A&M taking on Houston. A&M might be the weakest Texas team. Well, just wait until we see Baylor. Anyways, Chris Middleton, sure. Houston definitely better, as we can see a big three of Hakeem, Clyde Drexler, Elvin Hayes. All three players ended up playing for the Rockets in their career too. That's fine. And unfortunately, the nature of the beast in a video like this, we are going to get a lot of blowouts because 64 teams, again, a lot are weaker. Hakeem and UH advance. Oh, Clyde tied 32-7. Hakeem 29. That is a really good duo. This Houston team could really use an elite point guard, but for now, Chris Middleton will, well, he'll help, I'm sure. Oh, I just realized there's a good chance we get Hakeem in Houston versus Shaq and LSU. I just mentioned them. Baylor. Do we get a second straight Texas matchup or is Baylor? Nope. Yep. Texas. Okay. You could make the argument the arrow compass is sending them in to face Houston, but I'm going to send them to Texas instead. I mean, it's all relative. We do get our second straight Texas battle. Baylor, I hardly knew her. Anybody? Is this thing on? This very likely could be a second straight Texas blowout. Prime Kevin Durant, LaMarcus Aldridge, Jarrett Allen, Texas looking nice. Oh, and we've got some March Madness. Baylor is up 7 with a minute left. I don't know how this has happened. This doesn't really make sense to me. LaMarcus Aldridge, sure, go for a 2. Oh, he missed it. He missed it. That's Eve missing. No, it's Jeremy Sohan on the defense. Are you kidding me, dude? This is really happening. Baylor, 84 overall, David Wesley, their best player. I don't even. Oh, Sohan passing out of a shot to miss. Okay. Oh my. What? No. David. Oh my. What was that sequence? Daniel Gibson just what? Wow. Unreal. David Wesley, 26 points. I mean, he didn't even play big minutes. Vinnie Johnson, NBA champ with the Pistons way back when. I mean, sure, why not? I definitely did not take them seriously, but indeed, the Baylor Bears eliminate Texas. It's a 2-team state now, and unbelievably, Kevin Durant choked with another super team. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, he doesn't ruin the good vibes in Baylor. I mean, seriously, first it was Brooklyn, now Phoenix, now Texas. It just ASU. Speaking of Kevin Durant, would you also consider OKC choking with the super team? KD's former Thunder teammate and Brooklyn Net former teammate James Harden leading ASU into UNLV. This is going to be a really good battle. At least it should. We've got prime James Harden with Fat Lever, Joe Caldwell. Again, another team without enough big men. But their opponent, the UNLV Runnin' Rebels, also no big men. Sean Marion, Reggie Theus, Larry Johnson. A really fun team. This is going to be a small ball game extraordinaire. 2 evenly matched teams in my opinion. This time didn't produce an evenly matched game as Harden struggled from the field. Larry Johnson a double-double. UNLV the win. I guess I should also flame James Harden like I just did Kevin Durant. At least Harden's team wasn't very good. Okay, Kentucky, what's up? James Harden, by the way, yes, does join UNLV and Kentucky. Okay, they will fittingly start their journey against in-state rivals Louisville, who like I kind of feel bad for at this moment. I mean, let me chill. We could see a Baylor Texas situation here. Kentucky, obviously unbelievable. Shea playing up at a 99 with a morale boost. Anthony Davis, Devin Booker, Dan Issel, Carl Ant. I mean, you see the name. It's a murderer's row. Louisville on the other side, not a bad team. Like, if they wouldn't have had to start against Kentucky, I would have said maybe they could make a run. Wes Unseld, Donovan Mitchell, Junior Bridgman, RIP, just passed away. This Kentucky team is funny, too. It's a lot of, like, modern 2010 to present players, and then, like, Cliff Hagan from the 1950s. It's so weird. No way. No way. Dude, this game is way closer than it should be. Are you kidding me? 8 points? I think Kentucky's gonna be all right. They've got an 8-point lead, 2.5 minutes, but I had to jump in to watch this with 2.5 left. Devin Booker missing a shot. It's not over. Bridgman to Purvis Ellison trying to drive on Cat. He gets fouled. Okay, that'll do. Scary Terry on defense. Louisville needs a bucket here. They've got Don in here. He's trying to go past Shea. Good little step back mid-range jumper. That's beautiful. Star power. Shea gonna try and get one back on Donovan. Mitchell's giving him a lot of space. It's over to Towns. Okay. Coming off a screen is Anthony Davis putting up a 3. Oh, this is the bubble AD? I guess so. You shooting like that. Montrezl Harrell actually led them in scoring. That's kind of crazy. Shea with 22 and 8. D-Book with 20. Kentucky survives a bit of a scare. Donovan Mitchell would be wildly redundant for this Kentucky team, so I'm giving him Wes Unseld. With 12 teams down, we've seen Kentucky, UNC, LSU, a few heavyweights. There's still a couple out there, though. Maryland, not a bad team. Maryland. Did I just pronounce that weird? I think I did. Anyways, the Terrapins will be taking on Villanova. What is a Terrapin? Am I even saying that right? Maryland, however you say it properly. A fun little team here led by Steve Francis, Buck Williams, some OGs, Gene Shue, never heard of him. Taking on Villanova, a much more modern team. Jalen Brunson, Lowry, Bridges, Paul Arizin, a legend from the 50s and 60s. So yeah, that's a good squad. I really don't feel the need to say it again, but I will. Neither of these teams has very many big men. Well, I don't know if that's going to cause trouble for them. We were definitely on upset alert for a hot second, but Villanova, a big fourth quarter. Unfortunately, they're going to steal Steve Francis, Davis, who is redundant for their team. But again, neither team had big men, so what can you do? Brunson 24 and 9, good start to the tourney. Paul Arizin 23, 10 and 7. I'm just realizing how funny it's going to be if we get, and we probably will, Villanova, Georgetown with all those centers against all those guards. That should be good. Okay, hold on. I'm calling an audible. Buck Williams, didn't notice he was an 88 overall from Maryland. I don't know much about him. He's 6'8", which is good enough to play center for Villanova. There you go. It's funny because even UNC and Duke, some of these heavyweights, it's not like they have the greatest big men. Where are all the big men? Iowa's up next. I guess there's a lot of international great big men like Nikola Jokic, for example. Okay, I'm just vamping. We're gonna get Iowa State in this weird region of the states that I definitely made up just to fill out the space. Anyways, I'll be honest, not the most interesting matchup here. Iowa, though, a pretty good roster. Connie Hawkins, a 1970s legend. Fred Brown, likewise BJ Armstrong. Iowa State on the other side, Tyrese Halliburton, Jeff Hornacek. Wait a minute, this could actually be a pretty good matchup. Talon Horton Tucker checks in for Iowa State. Are you kidding me? He's in their rotation. Jeff Hornacek in the corner. Wow, he could have hit that, not gonna lie. I don't know which Johnson this is, but he's coming back for Iowa. He's pulling up from the mid-range, and he's making it. This game is far from over. Iowa State hasn't had a bucket yet since we jumped in, and they need one. Tyrese Halliburton, go get you a bucket. Wow, they brought a double, and they're foul. THT kind of clamping him, though. Outside, that's Johnson again. Working on the screen from one of the Murrays. Johnson, another mid-range, and he gets it to go. 3-point game. Hornacek makes a couple after the intentional free throws. Iowa really needs a bucket here. They really need a 3. Where is Caitlin Clark when you need a bucket? Fred Brown pulls from, okay. Who needs Caitlin Clark? Great shot, Fred. Unfortunately for Iowa, Tyrese Halliburton just made a pair, and getting 2 buckets in 11 seconds, that doesn't really happen on 2K. Look at them passing the ball around. Fred Brown had a good look at it. He misses, and Iowa State, the Cyclones, will advance. Nice land acquisition for Iowa State. They also steal Connie Hawkins, who, I mean, that's a pretty good fit for them. At least in theory, it should be. Time will tell as we're heading to Florida at long last. I say that because there's 3 teams in the state competing today. Florida heading that way. That way being northwest. How I've got it laid out means Florida, FSU coming up. Overall, in terms of depth and balance, the Gators definitely have the best roster from the state of Florida. Brad Beal, Joakim Noah, David Lee, Al Horford. But Florida State has the best player. Dave Cowan's former NBA MVP, a 95 overall with Sam Cassell, Scotty Barnes. So I could see them winning this game. Okay, hold on a second. I usually don't do this. FSU's up 35-12. They were up 22-2 at one point. I really should have jumped in when that was the score. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen that. Anyways, it's a blowout right now. And I mean, Florida battled back a bit. A 15-point loss is more respectable. FSU, yeah, just a blowout wire to wire. That's kind of wild. First move in the state of Florida goes to Florida State. How fitting. They also go ahead and steal Bradley Beal, who does not have a no trade clause in this universe. I'm sorry, Phoenix fans. I know that stings a little bit. How do you feel about Bradley Beal? If you're a Suns fan, let me know. Hey, it's Villanova again. Do we get the matchup with Georgetown? Come on, give it to... No, we do not. Nova heading into the tip of New York, aka Syracuse in this case. We know the deal with Villanova. A really good roster. They added a big man. Syracuse on the other side, Carmelo Anthony, NCAA tournament legend Dave Bing, Derek Coleman. That's a good squad. Oh, yes, and this is a great battle. What a game. 103-101 for Villanova. They've got rock to Melo. Oh, fouling Paul Arizin hard, who gets it to go. Wow. Melo gonna try and get him back. They are feeding their man in the low post. Melo, little post. Oh, that's Melo. That's his game. We've got a certified hood classic right here, and let's keep it going. Melo trying to defend Arizin, who's going right back at him. Big time block. Ronnie Seekely coming over with the help. Wait, Jalen Brunson isn't in the game. I just noticed that. I thought this was Villanova's closing unit. Maybe it is. Oh, now Melo's off. I was wondering why Paul Arizin, the OG, is getting all the touches. Now I'm not wondering it. He slices in again for 2. Every touch for Syracuse. It's smart. He's a 95 overall. He's getting fouled. Anyways, it's not my call. Arizin getting touch fouled? Oh my, and that's going to send him to the line? What are we doing here, refs? Get out of the way. Wow, that was a huge foul too. It sent him to the line. That is crazy. Neither team has a timeout for some reason. I don't hate it. It's letting this game go quickly as Melo with an acrobatic finish. This has been the matchup in the clutch. Can Anthony finally come up with a stop without fouling? Arizin icing, puts up a shot, put terrible look. Syracuse doesn't have a timeout. 5 seconds. Melo, go. Go, Melo. He passes it off to Ronnie Seekely for 3. But why would you do that? Melo with 32, 7, and 4. He had a great game. A 63 3-point shot. on Seekley. Mello, in what world is he not taking that shot 2K? We'll see what happens to their rotation as Villanova adds Carmelo Anthony. That's a pretty clutch addition. 16 teams have been eliminated. I believe that means we're exactly 1/4 of the way through this video, Cincinnati. We were close to getting Cal in that spin, and we really haven't been to the West Coast yet. And we've got a battle here out of 2 out of our 3 Ohio teams, Cincinnati, Ohio State. Cincinnati trying to get carried by Oscar Robertson, Jack Twyman, Kenyon Martin. It's not the worst roster around him, but I would say as a whole, it pales in comparison to the Ohio State Buckeyes. John Havlicek, Jerry Lucas, Neil Johnston, a bunch of OGs and some current players mixed in. And with Jack Twyman at the free throw line, missing his second, we've got another banger 1-point lead right now for Cincinnati. Mike Conley in his prime. Oh, no, Mike, you got to hit that. Ohio State down a bucket, down a single point, actually, with just over a minute left. Tari Eason inside, got the size advantage. Oh no, Van Exel wide open. That pass took forever to get to him though. A couple bad misses to start this thing out in the clutch. Michael Redd going inside Jerry Lucas. Speaking of size matchups, what was Cincinnati doing? Jerry Lucas and one. Nick Van Exel just surrendered that and one. He's a 2-guard. He shouldn't have been guarding Jerry Lucas. Now he gets fouled. Ohio State, they should really run Michael Redd coming off some screens here. Instead, it's going to be Mike Conley with a line drive to the rim, and he finishes over Van Exel. He also gets Ohio State the 2-for-1. That was really well executed by Conley. Big O, do you have an answer? He's going quick. He wants the 2-for-1. He's got the mid-range jumper. The Ohio State University a chance to take the lead. There is still a shot clock. Mike Conley in the clutch, staring down Nick Van Exel. He kicks it over to John Havlicek. His first touch in the clutch. Havlicek, good animation. And it's gonna rim out. Wow, I don't think Cincinnati... Wait, they do have enough time. Oscar Robertson, mid-range pull for the win! Big O with 0.3 seconds left. I didn't think he would make it in time, but he found his spot and hit his shot. A monster performance from Oscar Robertson. 37, 11, 10, the game winner. Tough choice between John Havlicek and Jerry Lucas to steal from Ohio State, but Jerry can play small ball 5, so there you go, Cincinnati. Man, there are just some players in these simulations who are inevitable. Big O Oscar Robertson, one of them. We'll see if Derrick Rose or Penny Hardaway can also be inevitable for Memphis. At Compass Spin, taking them not into LSU, thankfully. Alabama, a more favorable opponent. Memphis does have a really good roster. I name dropped Derrick Rose, Penny Hardaway, Larry Kennan, an OG, Tyreek Evans, Jalen Duren, their lone big. Alabama is no slouch. They're a better matchup than LSU because they don't have prime Shaq, but like a pretty balanced roster. This could go either way. Dude, remember all the blowouts we had at the beginning of the video? We've had straight bangers in the last, I don't know, 9 or 10 matchups. Well, maybe not straight bangers. You know what I mean? Memphis up to Derrick Rose getting fouled. Alabama needs an answer. They're down for Mo Williams, former teammate of LeBron. I should really stop saying that. LeBron has played for 9,000 years. He's played with a lot of people. I'm vamping. Latrell Sprewell. Good look, and he rims out. Oh, that was a really good look. Derrick Rose wearing his number 23 Memphis jersey puts the Tigers up 6. D Rose had 32. Penny a triple-double. Their duo looks dynamic. Memphis steals a nice chunk of land here. They also take Antonio McDyess, a big man for their roster. I guess Bama should really just stick to football, you know, stick to Georgia Tech is up next. I don't know where I was going with that, but Bama's out. Georgia Tech, okay. I was trying to remember which way I organized these teams. It is a battle of the state of Georgia. What happened to that arrow? I don't know. Georgia Tech, a bit better of a school than I would have thought. Mark Price, Chris Bosch, Stephon Marbury there. I mean, I just disrespected them for no reason. I think they low-key look better on paper than Georgia, although Georgia has Dominique and Ant Edwards, a high-flying super duo, but yeah, Georgia Tech more balanced. Interesting. Okay, I guess Dominique and Ant, that high-flying duo, good enough. As I looked at these teams, I definitely thought Georgia Tech was better, and now Georgia gets to steal Mark Price, a point guard. Ant with 34 and 11 of 16 shooting, Dominique with 21 and 9. Yep, and Mark Price should fit very well. Coming up on 1/3 of the way through our teams, we're finally heading back west. It's been a while. We haven't even entered the state of California. Wait, hold that thought. Right on cue, we will enter the state of California. Arizona heading west to take on USC. Arizona, a very good and balanced roster, once again lacking big men. DeAndre Ayton will be their starting 5, but a lot of dynamic talent. This is going to be a great battle. USC looking good too. Bill Sharman, Evan Mobley playing so well this year. Bronny James should be on this roster somewhere. We'll see if he gets any run. Bronny would indeed not get any run, as this game was a blowout the other way. Arizona and their deep roster handled business. 21 points for Richard Jefferson. Jefferson, they'll go ahead and steal Evan Mobley. Our first trip to California, not good results for the home team. There they are, Duke. A huge compass spin right now. Will we get Duke UNC already? No, we will not. That arrow pointing just south enough to send them to South Carolina. UNC got a warm-up game. Duke does as well now, too. I mean, South Carolina, no, I can't even gas up their roster. Alex English, Brian Winters, no. I mean, this would be broken if Duke somehow drops one to them. Although Duke, their roster might not be as great as you might think. Yeah. I'm now wondering if I missed a few players, but to be fair, Duke has always had a lot of great college standouts, like JJ Redick wasn't as good in the NBA. Christian Laettner, I don't know why. Duke's roster might not be as good as you'd think, just looking at it, but yeah, they take care of business. They're going to steal Alex English, a 93 overall. I would say just off the top of my head, Duke has a lot more legendary college talent that didn't quite translate, at least to superstardom in the NBA, like Christian Laettner, JJ Redick, etc. But obviously their roster is good enough to compete in this video. I mean, come on. Are you serious? LSU again? Dude, they're building themselves a super team before they have to face UNC, and they keep going north before they have to face UNC or Duke. A truly hilarious journey LSU is on. Again, going north. That's going to be all the way to take on Iowa State. I mean, sure. There could legitimately be a wall of LSU purple up the middle of our map if the Tigers hold on here. Iowa State having added Connie Hawkins. All right, dude, never mind. We're on upset alert. We're about to have a wall of Iowa State Cyclone Red. Are you kidding me? LSU, how are they getting clamped? No, oh my, Shaq, post up. What are you doing standing in the paint? I mean, I love an underdog story, so yeah, I'm hoping Iowa State closes this out. Tyrese Halliburton, that was gorgeous. Unreal. Nah, LSU shot 47% from three. Iowa State just better. I don't know. Down goes Shaquille O'Neal, taking only 11 shots, but he's not going to be out of this video, as Iowa State unfortunately puts a big, huge, giant target on their back on our map. They also add a big, huge, giant human being in Shaquille O'Neal. So, like, the trade-off is pretty fair. Our second, I would say, truly shocking upset of the video. That's wild, man. Minnesota. Oh, wait a minute. They might be playing our new look Iowa State Cyclones. Never mind. They're heading west for a little battle against Gonzaga, who, yes, is over here. Is that North Dakota? I'm not really sure. Minnesota, the definition of a sneaky good roster. Kevin McHale, Lou Hudson, a bunch of guys I'm not familiar with. Archie Clark, Ray Williams, but they look like ballers. Considering how competitive Gonzaga always is in the NCAA tournament, I'm surprised their roster doesn't look a bit better, but John Stockton, Domantas Sabonis, Chet Hall, I mean, they got talent there, obviously. Okay, and I can doubt Gonzaga's roster all I want. They just dropped an 18-point W on the team I called sneaky good. Minnesota eliminated Kevin McHale going to Gonzaga. That's a nice addition. Ooh, they don't even need McHale. Look at that front court. Domantas 36 and 13, Chet 35 and 15, dueling double-doubles in the backcourt too. What a performance. Don't worry, I did give Gonzaga Kevin McHale. I didn't second guess things. He's a 95 overall. Michigan, interesting. Do we get an in-state rivalry battle? I think so. Actually, I think we avoid it. If I go from down here on the Michigan logo, that arrow takes them across the Great Lakes to take on Marquette, which is almost just as fun. Michigan's so fun. Chris Webber, the Fab Five. You've got Glenn Rice, Rudy Tomjanovich, Franz Wagner. Yeah, Jordan Poole is somewhere, I think, on this roster. Marquette, though, nothing to sneeze at. Look at that big three. Dwayne Wade, Jimmy Butler in his prime, Mo Lucas. That's solid. And solid may have been an understatement. Marquette a 6-point lead, just over under 90 seconds remaining. Jalen Rose getting cut off. Glenn Rice, that's some space. Glenn Rice, man, what a shooter. Goes without saying, this game is not over. Dude, we've had so many great finishes this video. Wow, D-Wade had a lane to the rim. He still does as he gets fouled. I will say most of these free throws we're seeing shot, there's been quite a few, but slashing players like Derrick Rose, Dwayne Wade, obviously they're going to get fouled a lot. He missed a free throw. Jalen Rose back. Oh, that would have been a massive shot. Michigan failed to recover that rebound, though, so Marquette keeps possession. D-Wade going into traffic. Oh, that's a bad turnover. There's Jordan Poole. Why is he in the closing lineup? I don't know, but he gets a steal and dunk. Dwayne Wade with a bad turnover. That's wild. After Jimmy failed to hit a potential dagger, here goes D-Wade, though, right around Jalen. Makes up for his mistake. What a chaotic finish we've got here. Jalen Rose now driving at D-Wade again. That looked like a push off to me, coach. He makes a tough banker. Okay, Jalen. Dwayne Wade with ice in his veins, hit the first free throw, steps up. He makes the second with MVP chance ongoing. Now Michigan, no timeouts left. A 3 ties this game. You got to get this rock to Glenn Rice. Or maybe Jordan Poole. My man has irrational confidence. Jalen doing a lot of dribbling. He gets it to Glenn. Pretty good look from the wing. It rims out. Jimmy didn't play great, D. 29-9 for D Wade on 10 of 12 shooting. What a performance. Marquette steals Michigan's territory and Chris Webber to run 5 for them. That's not bad. Creeping up on halfway through our teams, we are back to Gonzaga with Kevin McHale. They could make some hay here in the Pacific Northwest. It's not the strongest region, including, although they've won a game, Chauncey Billups, Colorado. Not the greatest squad. Gonzaga. This will be a huge land acquisition either way. Wow. I keep sleeping on Colorado. They're about to be 2-0 this video. Maybe they're the team that's going to make some hay in the Pacific Northwest region of our map because they've already stolen Tom Chambers. I don't know if stealing John Stockton. I mean, I could give him Kevin McHale by way of Minnesota. Chauncey Billups. That's the dagger. 41 points in just 27 minutes for Chauncey. What a game. Colorado does get a big target on their back with all this land acquired, but they do steal Kevin McHale. He should help. I can't believe Gonzaga eliminated just like that. Another team making their debut. It's gonna be Purdue. You see how that rhymes? Okay. Nice little in-state rivalry matchup here. Purdue, Notre Dame, not much land up for grabs. Purdue definitely not deep with top end talent, but Glenn Robinson, Terry Dishinger, Zach Edey is somewhere here. It's a solid roster. Actually kind of on par with Notre Dame. Adrian Dantley, the highest overall player in the game. Bill Lambier, a lot of OGs here. And this game was tight most of the way, but the OGs of Notre Dame gonna pull away an 8-point win. Adrian Dantley dropping 30 and 7 to lead the way. Well done, sir. Purdue eliminated as Notre Dame steals Glenn Robinson. Oklahoma State. Shout out to the homie Cade Cunningham, killing it this season. Whoa, our compass just glitched. As if it were destiny to get Oklahoma State versus Oklahoma. Let's do it. Oklahoma State definitely a better roster than I would have thought. Cade Cunningham, John Starks, Bryant Reeves, aka Big Country, a Vancouver Grizzly legend. Oklahoma on the other side, Trae Young, Blake Griffin. They've got AR-15 Austin Reeves out there. An even matchup on paper. Oh, but look at this. Shout out to the Cowboys. Cade Cunningham continues his great season in our universe, NBA Imperialism style. A 16-point win upcoming for Oklahoma State. 28, 4 and 5 for Cade. Indeed, where's my guy? Big Country, 7 points, 3 of 3 field goal shooting. Yeah. The state of Oklahoma does indeed go by the way of Oklahoma State. They also steal Blake Griffin in the process. He looks good in that OSU jersey. Once again, no clue if people call it OSU. I do know Barry Sanders played football there, which is fun. Cincinnati. Oh, Oscar Robertson back again. Who's he gonna single-handedly dismantle this time? This could get scary for them. Never mind, they avoid Kentucky and instead go off to former Virginia, now Georgetown territory. Both teams have appeared in this video, won a single game. Cincinnati adding Jerry Lucas, Georgetown, Ralph Sampson, all them centers. Oh my word, are you kidding me? All them centers for what? Cincinnati, a 40-point win. I feel bad. Maybe I shouldn't have given them Ralph Sampson, but like a 40-point loss, that's not on me, bruh. That's not my fault. Oh no, Ralph Sampson, 2 points in 23 minutes. Looks like their rotation was actually pretty good. I mean, AI shooting 4 of 16. That's not my fault. On the other side, Oscar continues to cook. Jerry Lucas from Ohio State dropped a triple-double. Cincinnati might be cooking with gas. It's possible I overthought this and should have just given Allen Iverson to Cincinnati, but I'm going Patrick Ewing instead because now Cincinnati has a legit front line and I don't want anybody taking shots away from Oscar. And yes, I'm talking like I'm rebuilding Georgetown or something. I want them to be prepared when they inevitably face UNC or Duke. We've got DePaul again, another fun team heading south. Oh, that's going to be a tough call. Yeah, they're heading into Kentucky. A tough matchup, obviously. Once again, we have seen both these teams win a game. Isaiah Thomas, yeah, DePaul beat Indiana. That was a big addition. Wes Unseld making his debut for Kentucky. And we are on upset alert already. First half, double-digit lead for DePaul. Kentucky, don't do this. Oh, no. Oh, no. You didn't have to listen to me. We could have had an upset. A crazy second half turnaround for Kentucky. They are in control. Another relatively tight game. Both their appearances have been too close for comfort. Isaiah Thomas is not on the floor. Terry Cummings. What? I don't get that animation, 2K, but sure. Oh, they're going back to the post. Terry Cummings not shooting. Pretty sure he just traveled. Kicks it out. Wilson Chandler taking the screen from George Mikan. That's an open three. That's an open three. Wilson Chandler missed it. And Kentucky's going to walk away with their second straight. I mean, not overly convincing W, but they survive. Ultimately, survival is the name of the game. Kentucky does that. They steal another OG big man, George Mikan, just shy of the halfway point of this video, where we going back to Notre Dame again. Okay. Don't know why it caught me off guard, but that's the second time in about 4 or 5 games we see them, and they're sent to face for the second straight game Kentucky, who I don't know, they've looked a tiny bit shaky. Okay, apparently I antagonized Kentucky enough. They somehow heard me through my microphone. I don't know. They finally have a convincing victory. Shea making it 18 points. That'll do. Okay, Shea had 45, 5, and 4 on 17 of 20 shooting. That's not bad. Kentucky steals Adrian Dantley from Notre Dame. He probably won't even crack the rotation, to be honest. Marquette again. Lots of teams duplicating, playing their second games. We've still got lots of teams that need to make their debut. Oh my goodness. Marquette heading to take on Iowa State, which is a surprisingly super fun, interesting matchup, because Marquette's already won a game. They stole Chris Webber on top of D-Wade, Jimmy Butler, but Iowa State, Shaquille O'Neal making his debut. Talen Horton-Tucker starting for them. What a team. This game was a legit blowout, which is why I didn't jump into it. It ends up being a 10-point game because Marquette pulled through in garbage time to make it closer, but seriously, Shaq only had 18 points, and they were up by as much as 20 in this game, and now they get to steal Dwayne Wade from Marquette, reuniting him and Shaq. Sure, Iowa State secretly becoming a super team. We love to see it. I feel like it's a bit of a fugazi, a Linsanity run for Iowa State. Speaking of which, Colorado, I mean, hey, maybe any of these teams can go on a crazy run and keep it going. From their original logo, Colorado is going to go ahead and take on Kansas State, who make their debut. Colorado, with their additions, is taking on this Kansas State squad with Mitch Richmond, Rolando Blackman. That's Michael Beasley with an 85 overall rating, just because he was a beast in college. Why not? Okay, another game. I'm not going to jump into the final few seconds because it's a crazy blowout. Colorado, that's 4 wins for them? Chauncey is 38 points in 28 minutes. He is backpacking this entire video. Another fire upgrade for Colorado as well. Mitch Richmond, they just keep stacking talent as they win games. And as Colorado paints in their new territory over Kansas State, we are officially at the midway point. 32 teams down, 32 remain. Our map, look at all that Colorado and Iowa State territory. That's funny. We still got a long way to go. Midway point of the video. We're gonna fly through here to the end though, but still a bunch of teams that need to make their debut, including Xavier out of Ohio. Yes, we haven't seen them yet, and spoiler alert, they're not so great. They are more than likely going to be the next team to donate a player to the University of Kentucky, but let's not go crazy writing a team off yet. They do have prime David West, Brian Grant, that's Jordan Crawford. I mean, come on, man. We knew how this game would... Wait, what? What is Xavier? Kentucky only beating them by 15, 17 points. I mean, it should have been much more. Whatever. That was a wildly inconsequential game because David West not even good enough for Kentucky to steal as Colorado's back up. All that happened last game was Kentucky expanded their territory like a tiny bit into Ohio. Anyways, we move on. Colorado territorially a behemoth on this map, and they have a chance now to expand into UNLV, Nevada/Arizona. Colorado with 3 wins, 3 additions. They're all there, the front court in their starting lineup. But UNLV, a pretty good team. They add James Harden. If only they had a starting center better than Christian Wood. As we jump into the final seconds of this game, Mitch Richmond, one of their many additions, Colorado at the line. He's going to hit the second, a 15-point win. Nice little blowout. UNLV coming up short. Now, I've already set a standard in this video by giving Kevin McHale to Colorado that we're letting teams steal a player more than once. So that means James Harden already been stolen from Arizona State. He now gets stolen by and joins Colorado, who is just building themselves a super team. I mean, to their credit, they keep winning games. But look at this. James Harden, Kevin McHale, Mitch Richmond, all around Chauncey Billups. You know what? Let me make Mitch Richmond a small forward too. That's starting 5, a complete rebuild, and they look good. I know we haven't seen them yet in the video, and there's so much real estate yet to go, so much time in this video. But if Colorado can continue stacking up an inevitable matchup against UCLA, I mean, that could be so fun. They've got just a massive target on their back, though, with all that land. Oregon State, dude, they might play Colorado. What? If this arrow goes in any way east, they're going to be north. Okay, I think we're safe. This is a very light matchup. Oregon State traveling north to take on Washington State by virtue of having prime Gary Payton and, I mean, at least 10 players in their rotation. I think Oregon State should probably win this game because Washington State is extremely mid. I could only find 7 players for them. They're only in this video because of Klay Thompson. Also, I could couldn't find Washington State Cougar jerseys, so I put on these Seattle Seahawks jerseys, which honestly don't look that cool now that I'm looking up close at them. All right, yeah, I don't know ball. I don't know I don't know basketball. Maybe I know football. Go Hawks. Washington State 7-man rotation. Just Aaron Baines out there. They win. Gary Payton, what are you doing? Okay, Klay Thompson had 48 points on 20 of 32 shooting. So he just one-man teamed it. That's cool. I went ahead and dropped Gary Payton on the Washington State Seahawks. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they could make a run. Memphis is back up. They've only had the one game. They did win it, obviously. Heading north. I knew that was trouble as soon as I said north, as soon as it clicked in my mind. Memphis, Kentucky. Oh, this is either going to be a crazy upset or another great addition for the Wildcats because they've gotten to or had to play 3 games so far. Kentucky, their roster, I mean, I think it's now the best in the video, but Memphis is just good enough with D Rose and Penny. I could see a world in which they upset. Dude, oh no, here comes Kentucky. Third quarter. No, it's what? No shot. I gassed up Kentucky just seconds later to be proven wrong. They are down 10. Memphis has this game won. Like, this would be an absolute miracle of epic proportions for them to lose. Yes, I probably just reverse jinxed them, but no, it's not. Tyreek Evans pulling up for 3. What are you, Tyreek? Come on, man. There's just something when I looked at that Memphis lineup, like 295 overalls and a good supporting cast, players at each position. I stand by why I said I thought they could upset. Like, I could see a world, but like, did I really think it was going to happen? The answer is no. Honestly, if you were rooting against Duke or UNC, this is tough because Kentucky was the best chance at taking one of those 2 powerhouses down. We once again have it reinforced that anything can happen. I want to see Penny and D Rose's numbers. I think this was more of a defensive masterclass. Kentucky only 100 points. A dagger from Penny right there. I know I just talked way too much. I just can't believe it actually happened. Kentucky shot 2 of 14 from deep. I mean, that's killer. Shea was pretty good, 22 and 9 on 10 of 14 shooting. Just, I don't know. They didn't get anyone else stepping up, I guess. Meanwhile, Derek had 31 points efficiently for Memphis. Penny Hardaway 17 and 15, the final dagger. I mean, there it is, Memphis. Well done. Ridiculously tough decision and maybe the wrong one. Maybe I should just slap Shea on Memphis, but with 2 ball dominant guards, they needed another big. Anthony Davis was right there. They've got a super legit big 3 now, a really good starting 5. I don't know, Memphis, maybe the beginning of a Cinderella journey. I mean, that's just insane, dude. I'm glad we finally got a big upset, but Kentucky really kind of sad it had to be them. But the show goes on as we continue to whittle down our teams as Arizona barely. What's Arizona's deal? We have seen them once. They beat USC. I think another California team. Oh no, they're taking on the mighty empire that has become Colorado. All this territory up for grabs. Okay, Arizona, are you up to the task? Just a reminder, Arizona has a really good roster. They added Evan Mobley, but Colorado building a super team. Can James Harden finally take a win though? Oh boy, James Harden at the free throw line just hit 3 free throws. That's what I jumped into, giving Colorado a 2-point lead, but that's obviously not comfortable. Arizona is right here. This is a massive game. Another big addition for Colorado would go a long way on the West Coast. Gilbert driving at Chauncey, putting up a tough shot and making it. Chauncey is tired. Maybe he needs a backup point guard. Gonna take a screen from Tom Chambers, formerly of Utah. Chauncey, had an angle, but Gilbert played good defense. Arizona, man, this would be an upset. This would be an upset. What is that? Wow, Richard Jefferson just walked right past the defense, handed off to Aaron Gordon. Colorado. He's once again ISOing, and once again, just shoot that. You're literally open. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Kicks it out, Harden. Oh my goodness, he hit that. He hit that. Contested 3. Okay. James Harden in the clutch, passing up, in my opinion, good rhythm step back jumpers. Instead, hits a ridiculous contested 3 at the buzzer. Gilbert can't match him with it. Oh no. Will that missed free throw come back to loom large? Colorado needs a stop right now. Gilbert Arenas taking every shot in the clutch. Out to Aaron Gordon. Corner to Richard Jefferson. Back to Alba. Gilbert Arenas working on Chauncey. You need one stop, Chauncey Billups. That's good defense. That's good defense. Evan Mobley gets stripped by Tom Chambers. Chambers would hit both free throws. A good run down the stretch by both teams, but Colorado's defense looking buff in the clutch. Do you see what I did there? Gilbert, what are... Okay, yep, classic classic 2K finish to the game. Very anticlimactic. But James Harden with 35, 5, and 6 on efficient shooting to lead the way as Colorado wins their 5th game of the video. I didn't like seeing Chauncey and Mitch Richmond tired for Colorado, but I still feel like they needed another big, so I'm stealing them Evan Mobley by way of USC. That's big time. So crazy the way these videos work. We have yet to see UCLA in this video. We still won't, as Colorado's building a super team. Even with all their wins and additions, though, they still might not stack up. Anyways, we'll deal with that down the road. This arrow won't go northwest because there's nothing northwest of Villanova, but north of them is into UConn territory, so that's a good matchup. Let's see it. Another couple teams we haven't seen in a minute. Villanova's front court rebuilt with Carmelo, with Buck Williams. UConn adding Chris Mullen. This is, it's a good battle, like I said. Oh, at least it should have been, but a late 4th quarter flurry from Villanova has probably put this game out of reach. Connecticut needs a bucket, and they need it quick. They've got the arguably two best 3-point shooters in this video out here. Ray, though, not shooting it. Kemba, no, not contested, Kemba. You have Ray and Chris Mullen. No, not a 2-pointer, Kemba, and he missed it. Yeah, UConn goes out sad. I thought we were going to have another clutch finish, but Villanova, a 6-point win in the 4th quarter. Yeah, it was like a 2-point game going into the 4th. Oh, well. The northeast tip of our map now belongs entirely to Villanova, and they steal Ray Allen, which is a pretty good addition. Next up, our wheel taking us to that northeast tip of our map, Cincinnati. This would really let Villanova take over all that territory. Never mind, Cincinnati staying away. But the compass sending them west means into Memphis territory, fresh off their Kentucky upset. Memphis would keep that momentum rolling as AD fits seamlessly into their lineup, and they controlled the game wire to wire, holding off Cincinnati despite an Oscar Robertson triple-double. And this time, no overthinking it. Big O does get stolen by Memphis. I made Penny a shooting guard for them. They've just got to figure out their big 3 because it's so much talent. I very, very low-key forgot Cincinnati had stolen Patrick Ewing and Jerry Lucas. That's a really good win for Memphis. Duke is back up. Uh-oh, might they be playing? I don't know who they're going to end up playing here. Either way, though, it's going to end up being a high leverage matchup. Southwest, that takes them into Georgia. So no Duke UNC yet. Maybe Georgia can upset and never let that matchup happen. Both teams have appeared and won a single game in this video. Duke stole Alex English. I think he's off the bench. Georgia got Mark Price. Their starting lineup still not perfect, but that's a nice big 3. Oh my gosh. First Kentucky, now Duke. Double digits in the 4th quarter. You've got to be kidding me. Oh my goodness. It might have been too good to be true, asking for an upset here. Duke has crawled all the way back into this game. They're going to take a lead. Kyrie goes right past Mark Price. They can still do it, though. Just need a couple big plays in the clutch. Anthony Edwards, no Gatorade icon, pulling up and missing. I love that he's not tired. Oh, but he's got to hit that shot. Kyrie also not tired. He's going to continue to abuse Mark Price, isn't he? Help defense, though, from Claxton. Good job, Nick, you were there. Where's Kyrie, though? Ant, we love you, buddy, but, like, it might be time to let Mark Price or maybe Dominique get a shot. Never mind. Wide open. Anthony Edwards. You're not going to get a better look than that, bud. That is so tough. That would have tied this game. Tatum now a chance to hit a dagger. No. Oh, he missed. He missed. He sent Nick Claxton into the shadow realm, then missed. That's crazy. Nick is so lucky, but Grant Hill's going to find Kyrie on the back cut. That's fundamental hoops. Duke in the clutch. Georgia shot 56% from 3. Now I see why they almost won that game. But in the end, Kyrie, 33-7, led the way, was so clutch. I mean, it's Duke. What do you expect? Nearly another massive upset in this region of our map, but Duke survives. I don't know how we feel about that, chat. They also snag a brand new starting 2-guard, Anthony Edwards. Ever heard of him? I do enjoy seeing great players cooking other players, though, in these videos. Kyrie, he was great in the clutch. Oklahoma State, Cade Cunningham, Barry Sanders, wait, wrong sport. Their second appearance of this video. They're gonna need an upset, baby, as they welcome Kansas to the fold. It did take a while, but Kansas making their debut. Not the deepest roster ever, but with Wilt, Joel, JoJo White, Paul Pierce. I mean, that's as good a top-end group of talent as you're gonna see. And they are not gonna choke in their debut, so they're only gonna get better. I think we'll steal them Cade Cunningham from OK State. Kansas, certainly not the last super team we'll see make their debut in the video. Vanderbilt, not a super team. I'm not sure who they're gonna end up facing on the map. I don't think it's gonna go well. Yeah, nope. Vanderbilt going northeast. That's into Memphis super team territory. So at this point, unless the team making their debut is a legit heavyweight, some of which we'll see, or if they've had a bunch of upgrades, they probably don't stand a chance. Respect Darius Garland, I guess. Hey, I mean, Darius and Vanderbilt kept it to within 20 points. That's pretty impressive. Memphis with Big O with, oh, we know who's on Memphis by now. They're gonna steal Darius Garland, I guess. There's no real better options. Okay. With Vanderbilt gone, we move on, and Kansas. All right, they might be picking up some momentum. Some momentum. I can talk. I mean, I really can't. Kansas not playing Colorado. Oh, but they're taking on our other out of nowhere super team, Iowa State. That should be a good one. Look at these two teams, man. Kansas's starting five actually perfected with Cade Cunningham being stolen. Iowa State, it's not perfect, but D Wade, Shaq, Tyrese Halliburton, what a fun squad. Yo, and in this case, a fun squad with their home court advantage, all that territory on the map. Iowa State blows them out. I mean, Iowa State blowing out Kansas, all-time teams. Oh, a block at the buzzer, Joel. Come on, man. This is obviously an insane situation we've got because Iowa State's all-time roster nowhere near Kansas, but that's the beauty of Imperialism. Look at their starting five, 3 players with double-doubles, and I had no choice but to steal Wilt Chamberlain. I was asking early in the video, where are all the legendary big men? Well, they're all in Iowa State right now. That's kind of crazy. I mean, yeah, sure, we might have a Colorado versus Iowa State finale to this video. Never mind. Things are about to change. I've been talking about them nonstop. Here they are, the UCLA Brew. Oh no, from UCLA. I mean, I could start the arrow over here on the left side of their territory, but like from their logo, northeast, it's into Colorado territory. Yeah, let's just get right to it. Why not? No point in delaying. I mean, I've been glazing UCLA this entire video, and I think you can see why. Kareem, Bill Walton, Russ, definitely up there with Kentucky and UNC as the best rosters on paper, and they're the last heavyweight on the West Coast that is standing in the way of our out-of-nowhere Colorado super team. If they make it past this obstacle and steal Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I mean, sky is the limit. Uh-oh, Colorado, a good start. They're up double digits. Okay, UCLA fighting back, though, of course. Into the fourth quarter, we finally get a lead change for UCLA. No, Colorado, come on. Weather the storm. Oh, my goodness, no. I let the simcast go way too long. I don't know what happened. It's 126 all. We're jumping in second to last possession of the game right here. Oh, my word. UCLA has Kareem on the bench. What a break for Colorado. He's trying to sub in the game. UCLA looks like they're holding for the final shot. There is a shot clock, though. Baron Davis taking a screen. Are they going to Kevin Love in the post? They don't have time, though. B. Diddy. A floater over Derek White. That's gonna be game. A full court E from Harden. Oh my dude, we were so close. Mitch Richmond dropped 40 for Colorado. Harden shot 6 of 18. No, this team was so good. But UCLA, the perfect roster. Oh, they're gonna run away with this video. It's over already. And they dominated the second half too. Colorado was up. I should have jumped in earlier to see a few more possessions. Instead, we see a Baron Davis game winner. UCLA in one game, one shot becomes the biggest target on the map now. They've got that target on their back, but if they keep winning, like, that's not really a problem. James Harden continuing to get passed around this video. He's going home to UCLA. All our eggs are now in the basket of Iowa State to perform an upset in this video as Tennessee joins the video on the other side of our map. Might be too little too late for them, especially since they're taking on Memphis. Tennessee, not a bad squad, led by New York Knicks legends Bernard King, Allen Houston. You got a little Dale Ellis in there, Dalton Connect, but the Memphis Tigers are very good friends. Anthony Davis, all them additions. Oscar Robertson. Yeah, this game not close. We're not even going to jump in. That's a 40-point win. Memphis, just a sneaky dominant run. They have 5 wins now. Most in the video, I let them steal Bernard King. Not a bad addition. By the way, we are down to 19 teams in our map. We are definitely into the final stretch. Who can beat UCLA and all that golden territory? Actually, the way things are shaping up with Memphis and Iowa State, we've still got Duke right on cue, UNC on the map. There's potential for a super team to be built to compete with the Bruins. Duke heading southwest again. It's actually hilarious. The compass is allowing Duke to completely duck UNC. They get a matchup with Florida State. It's been a minute since we saw Florida State. They beat Florida earlier, stole Bradley Beal, but Duke, on the other hand, a powerhouse school we just saw outlast Georgia in the clutch. This time, although 13 points isn't a blowout, it's also not a clutch finish. Duke gets another win with Anthony Edwards. Jason Tatum just rubbing it in. Never mind, he bricked. Okay, actually a big time addition for Duke. Boston Celtic legend Dave Cowens. They needed a starting 5, and he's 95 overall. Getting some extra beef on the front line could help in a matchup with Iowa State. We get UW. I don't know who they can play. It's probably going to be Washington State. Yeah, the Huskies will take on in-state rivals, the Cougars, who stole Gary Payton earlier. That was crazy. This time, sanity prevails, though, as UW will handle business against the Washington State Seahawks/Cougars. Yeah, they really didn't need another point guard, but I kind of had to give Gary Payton to UW dub, 95 overall. Okay, I'm just ignoring the fact that we spun UCLA. Who's their potential victim? UCLA gonna start picking off other California teams. The Fresno State Bulldogs. Can Paul George and Rafer Alston beat a team of 90 overalls? Let's find out. I actually don't understand how this isn't worse than a 45-point blowout. Like it's not even a 40-point blowout. I mean, that's a dub for Fresno State. I mean, not like an actual dub, like a silver linings dub. Anyways, Paul George now in his prime joins UCLA. That's fun. UCLA slowly morphing into the hometown California squad, but also with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That seems unfair, but it is what it is, as Miami will make their debut. It's been a while. It took a while. Oh, and how fun for them. They get to take on Duke, who's just steamrolling the southeast region of our map. Yeah, okay. I kind of thought Miami would be, good. Apparently all their all-time legends like Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, they were off playing football instead. So we're once again going to get another heavyweight winning a game. We're in that part of the video now. Like, it kind of is what it is. Duke having to play a bunch of games, but not against UNC, might end up being the turning point in this video, because now they add Rick Barry on top of Dave Cowens, Alex English, a bunch of really good additions. Their roster's perfect now. Meanwhile, their rival UNC just chilling with the one upgrade. Yeah, that could be a big factor here in due time. And again, if the wheel keeps deciding to not give us, are you kidding me? Duke again. This could get tricky if they go any way east. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay, I've been asking for it. I feel like a dog chasing a car as I've been talking about this matchup for the entire video, and now I've actually got it. I don't know what to do with it. Isn't that kind of a reference to The Dark Knight? Anyways, ignore me. If you are still at this point watching this video, this deep into it, let me know what the actual line is from The Dark Knight that I was trying to quote there. I butchered it so badly. I'm not the Joker. This is game number 50 of the video, and it's Duke UNC. It doesn't need me to tee it up any further. Duke has a bunch of upgrades. Only David Thompson acquired for UNC. Will that matter though? Their starting five is still so good. UNC, however, did have home court advantage, which seemed to play a role in the second half, as despite Duke starting strong, getting a double digits lead, UNC would turn the tide after half. We were barreling towards a finish in the clutch, and I don't want to miss any of this action between these two rivals. 1 point game. We've got almost a full 2 minutes to watch. This could go quickly. This could go slow. I don't know how it's going to go. Do we see offensive plays being made? Kyrie Irving, that space, deep midi. Oh, Kyrie is so, are you kidding me? He is so good. If Duke goes up 5 right now, that missed layup, whoo, never mind, he gets back for the block. Actually, it might have been James Worthy. I don't know. Grant Hill, that was bad. MJ pulling up in Zion's face. He banks it in. All right, but we're under a minute left now. Duke has a bunch of bench players out here, but they've also got Kyrie. He's going to try and use a screen from Elton Brand and cook up once again. David Thompson goes under it, though. Kyrie getting shut off. 4 seconds left. Don't foul. No bailouts here. Kyrie, oh, kicks it out to Zion, who puts up some garbage and misses. Under 40 seconds left. UNC needs a bucket. They can go 2 for 1 right here. Grant Hill playing defense on Mike, who's spinning, who's fading, and he's hitting. Are you kidding me with that shot, Michael Jordan? He's taken every shot. Well, no, Zion took a shot in the clutch. Anyways, Jason Tatum. Okay, that was quick and effective. Tatum answering Michael Jordan's beautiful shot with a poster dunk in the clutch, gives Duke a lead. There's only a 1 second differential here. What does UNC do? Michael Jordan getting pressed up on by Anthony Edwards, who gets blown by for another poster. And I'm sorry, I mean, you tried. Jason Tatum, the anomaly, saying, clear out, I got this. He's working on the OG Billy Cunningham, who forces him baseline. Ugly possession. Jason Tatum puts it up for the win and misses at the buzzer. UNC survives. Michael Jordan, oh my goodness, he cooked in the clutch. All those upgrades and wins for Duke go for naught. We did get a certified hood classic. That's really all that I care about. But yeah, UNC, the Tar Heels, come out on top. I know this might seem crazy. Jason Tatum was there. Dave Cowens they could have stolen, but UNC doesn't have a pure point guard, and it doesn't get much more pure than Kyrie Irving. So there you go. Based on his assist numbers that game, I feel like Michael Jordan might have been running the point as we're back to UCLA. All right, man. I don't know. Maybe UNC will bring Kyrie off the bench. It's not a, he's a 94 overall. It's a good addition. Okay. UCLA heading north. I mean, UW, you got any magic for us here? No, you're just going to lose by 40 to UCLA. Gary Payton? You're on UW. No? Okay. I know I'm kind of just racing through these UCLA games, but like they are crazy blowouts. So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Here's an updated look at their team. By the way, they steal Gary Payton from Washington, originally from Oregon State. Gary actually comes from the state of California. So once again, another hometown hero going there. UNC really needs to start stacking some Infinity Stones. Oh, okay, there you go. Right on cue, they're going to play another game if they want to compete with UCLA down the road. Oh yeah, that's actually perfect for them. They're going into that tiny little state area region occupied by Wake Forest. Wake Forest definitely could have made a Linsanity run in this video had they joined it sooner. I mean, just based on the fact they've got Tim Duncan, prime Chris Paul, but with no other upgrades, I don't like their chances. Oh my gosh, of course. No, they're up double digits in the third quarter. Are you kidding me? UNC, I don't know what to say to you right now. Minute and a half left. You better not choke it. Like, you better not choke this. David Thompson getting doubled. People are wide open. They are down 3. Oh my gosh. No, Tim Duncan or Chris Paul not on the floor for Wake Forest. MJ misses a 3 though. 2K and their stupid rotations. I mean, it really is screwing over Wake Forest. Somehow UNC not taking advantage. That's a big time stop. No, Michael Jordan is on. I was about to say no, Michael Jordan. He is on the floor. Billy Cunningham. Philly 76er legend left wide open. Wake Forest, no. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry, Wake Forest fans, as MJ's going to get a steal off Muggsy, right? MJ mugged Muggsy Bogues, pun intended. Tim Duncan and Chris Paul now subbing. Okay, I mean, you know what? Whatever. Game's not over. Kyrie Irving working on CP3, freezes him. He's going to miss, though. No, he made that over Tim Duncan. Kyrie is built different in this game. Not having Tim and CP3 in here for a couple possessions, though, absolutely killer. Bob McAdoo defending on Tim Duncan. Can't get the stop. I gave UNC Kyrie Irving, and he's giving the rock up. Bob McAdoo, the GOAT, gonna take a terrible shot. Mid-range. What was that possession, man? We'll give each team a couple possessions in OT before I hit Simcast. Chris Paul, why'd you go under Kyrie? It is what it is, though. This is NBA imperialism for a reason. Mike, a great backdoor cut. Why is Jeff Teague? No, seriously, Jeff Teague playing 33 minutes, mostly at the 2. Oh yeah, Mike's having a big game. I mean, he should be probably dropping like 40 out here. We've got to keep this thing moving. Simcast we go. Wake Forest goes up 5. UNC goes down 5. Are you joking me? You need a miracle now, UNC. Mike out to Kyrie. That space, he missed. It's literally over. Are you kidding? Wake Forest, unbelievable upset. They shot so well from the field and from deep. I don't even know what to say. Tim Duncan, 27 and 12, a near triple double. Chris Paul, 23 and 19. They were both efficient AF. First, it was Texas losing to Baylor. Then it was Kentucky. Then it was Kansas, Duke. Now UNC. The upsets have been plenty in this video. Good stuff, Wake Forest. Obviously, any team adding Michael Jordan ever, I mean, that's going to be a fire upgrade, but specifically because Wake Forest had Jeff Teague running the 2 guard, I mean, that's a monumental upgrade for them. Will they be able to make a Linsanity Cinderella run in this video now? Well, we're about to find out. At least the first step, playing another game. Let's see who their next opponent is. I'm going to give them a break and say from their logo, it's into Auburn territory. You could argue maybe it should have been Memphis, but no, let's see what Wake has for Auburn. Auburn, another team that could have very easily made a run had they entered this video earlier because they've got Charles Barkley, Chuck Person, a good little base, but at this point, wait, no, didn't I just say the same thing about Wake Forest? If I doubt a team, it means nothing. Auburn could go on a run starting right now. Bro, come on. Of course, I'm not even surprised at this point. Auburn's up 3, minute and a half left. Whoa, that was almost a timeout. Michael pulling up for Mike had a clear lane to the rim. Oh my gosh. He would be such a good addition for this Wake Forest Big 3, but nope. No team is going to beat UCLA because they all just keep beating each other. You should be working together to build a super team. Barkley makes both free throws. I mean, I guess Michael Jordan is going to now team up with Charles Barkley, forming a 1990s super team, but oh man. I don't know if that's going to be good enough in the long run. MJ does get a bucket. It's a 3-point game. Tim Duncan, you are much better than Charles Barkley on paper. Michael Jordan flying in for the steal. Do not botch this. Transition. Dude, Mike is low-key, high-key playing like the GOAT this video. You love to see it. Anyways, no, Wake Forest does not have Tim Duncan guarding Chuck. Chuck is tired, though, trying to go at John Collins. This is still a pretty good matchup for Wake. The shot clock is winding down. Barkley going to work. What was that? Chris Paul ended up contesting him. It worked somehow. Barkley missed the free throw, missed the layup. Back in transition, Wake Forest. There is a shot clock. Chris Paul out to Tim Duncan. Tim, chill. Tim with the pump fake, the up and under through traffic. Wake Forest takes the lead. Okay, Auburn, though, gonna have the final shot. No timeout. Man, you're gonna need a stop right here. They're gonna go right back to Charles Barkley, who is still tired with the Gatorade icon. Tim Duncan, please do not guard Walker Kessler at the 3-point line. Never mind. These entry passes and these out of bounds passes is ridiculous. Auburn does have 3.5 seconds, but with no timeouts, they're not going to get the ball down court to hit a 3. I feel responsible for this result. I completely reverse jinxed Auburn, but I really did think that I don't know what to say anymore. I'm speechless. Okay, I finally hit Simcast in OT, and Wake Forest is up 6. Now, any declaration I've made about this game being over either way has been so wrong. I'm not going to say anything. Josh Howard blocks Mike Mitchell. Okay, that was finally the game. Wake Forest survives. I don't know, dude. Auburn built different. Charles Barkley, 28 and 13 on 10 of 15. He probably should have taken more shots for Auburn. Michael Jordan, 44 points, 11 assists. What a game. And for Wake Forest, that's a big-time addition. Charles Barkley now nearly completes an all-legend 95-plus overall starting lineup. They need one more steal a legend, and they'd be perfect. I don't know how, but there's still 4 teams on our wheel, our map, that we have yet to see. Okay, let's make it 3. Actually, we could make it 2, depending on where Cal gets sent. I think so. Technically, Cal should probably be playing UCLA, but at this point in the video, I want to see more teams enter, so I'm going to send them into Stanford. Those are 2 of the 4 teams I was talking about. Just let's let it happen. UCLA does not need a free donation of Jason Kidd, at least not yet. Let's let Cal have one appearance here. It's not a bad team with Jaylen Brown, Kevin Johnson. They obviously lack big men. Maybe they can beat Stanford and steal George Yardley. He's a small forward. I don't know. Stanford's got 4 pretty good players. Look, neither of these teams are beating UCLA. We know it. And although it's not a blowout, it's not exactly a clutch finish either. Jason Kidd and Cal are gonna prevail over their in-state rivals. I will add Brooke Lopez to Cal because he's a center. Maybe he has a legacy game and shuts down Kareem in that eventual matchup. Cal is completely surrounded by UCLA at the moment, but we'll put that on the back burner. Iowa State. Oh no, if the compass takes them at all west, they're gonna have to play UCLA. We don't want... Okay, we're safe. We're safe for now. Yes, I'm saying we. Okay, we're all on the Iowa State bandwagon, right? They are heading off to take on Houston. Interesting matchup. I'm just realizing now I haven't seen one of our Texas teams in literally days as I'm recording this. Remember Iowa State, they already have Wilt and Shaq. Imagine if they steal Hakeem too. Oh my... No, here we go. Here we go again. Iowa State down 5. This is just like Wake Forest a few minutes ago. I'm pretty sure they're gonna lose. And Houston, a good roster. They've won just 1 game though. Chris Middleton, like they don't have these legendary additions. Shaq getting past Hakeem. Oh, so is Clyde. This is terrible. We can't let Houston advance in these 2K generics. Dwayne Wade, you need to stop on Clyde. He's dribbling so much. A terrible possession. What was he doing? What? No, he made it after the dog. I know he has no aura in these 2K generics, but he's still a freaking good defender. Oh, it's so over. It is so... Okay, Shaq made it. They need to stop right now, though. Hakeem is tired. Shaq, come on. This ain't the 1994 finals. Good job, buddy. You get the stop. Slow... Oh, what? Shaq has a point guard on him. All right, he's going to get the O board after Tyrese put up a shot. Unfortunately, they burned the shot clock, so we're going to get some free throws here. Don't kill clock here and go for a tie. You might need 2 possessions here. Tyrese inside. Shaq, get a good animation. Please get a good animation. He really just missed that. Oh, 2K. We've been trying to build this Iowa State super team all video just for them to collapse in this spot because they only go to... Oh, yeah, Marcus Fizer for 3. Yeah. D. Wade. Oh, good to see you get a touch in the clutch. Way too late. I mean, Hakeem, I guess, is just built different. At the end of the day, for content purposes, this video is playing out great. I have no read on what's going to happen game today. I can't predict anything. There you go. Houston takes over a huge chunk of the map. And after careful deliberation, I decided to give them Wilt Chamberlain. Originally, I was going to give them Dwayne Wade because they don't have a point guard. So I was going to let D Wade run point. But if Houston makes a run, they're going to play a bunch of teams, schools with elite point guards. So I'm betting that they might win one of those. Of course, as I just mentioned, I don't know what's going on in this video. So predicting any team to win at any time, it's a fool's errand. Baylor. Okay. Are they about to donate a player to Houston or to UCLA? Wow, okay. Oh, wow. Again, it's been days since I saw Baylor play Texas. I just remembered they have Kevin Durant. That would be a pretty good addition for Houston. Yup. Of course, I never learned my lesson, and Baylor's definitely now about to win because that's how my jinxes work. Oh, just kidding. This time, sanity prevails. Baylor, I mean, they barely started a Cinderella run. Whatever they had going, it's over. KD, 29 points. That's a pretty good game, and it's going to look even better next to Hakeem and Wilt now in Houston, Katie's third different Texas school of the video. Sure, that obviously wasn't a legendary point guard, but if Houston can just avoid the UCLA matchup to the west of them, they'll be okay. California, meanwhile, well, there's no avoiding the UCLA matchup because they are literally surrounded. So, I mean, in reality, Cal has at least a really good starting five. This would be probably the craziest upset I've ever seen in Imperialism just because of how good UCLA is, but you never know. Yeah, that's right. Cal's up. They're up double digits in the first half. Oh, come on, man. Could you imagine? Oh, what? What? Bro, what? Yo, I have no words. I have literally no words. This entire video, I've been gassing up UCLA. What? I don't know what to say. I've been talking about UCLA in like a super annoying way all video, and I feel justified in that. They are so good. They just got blown out. It's over just like that. I mean, I need some closure. What happened here? Well, they shot 34% from the field. Like, wait, Cal, like, are they just the greatest defensive? What? UCLA had 25 rebounds. I am literally flummoxed, which is an unbelievable word to use. UCLA never led in the game. Their biggest lead was 0. I just saw that. I mean, everybody shot so poorly. Paul George, James, I forgot how many players they've stolen too. For Cal, Phil Chanier, Washington Bullets legend, Finals MVP Jaylen Brown. I mean, Jason Kidd is a stud. Brooke Lopez legacy game. Did I call it? I mean, he shot 5 of 13, but they were up by 39 points at one point. Kareem will stay in the video, and he'll stay in state in California, joining the Golden Bears. And this video has officially gone off the rails. That is all the heavyweight teams that I would have predicted win. Yeah, UCLA, Kentucky, Duke, UNC. Those are the big four, and they're all gone. I don't even know. I didn't make an official prediction at the beginning of this video, but better believe it would have been one of those 4 teams. We get our final new team making their debut, and gotta be honest, Michigan State, they are no slouch either. They could win this video, as crazy as it seems. Oh wait, we do have another team. Illinois hasn't made their debut. Okay, Michigan State going northwest. I'm gonna say that's into the tip of that's Houston territory. I mean, based on everything we've seen recently, would I be shocked to see Michigan State go on a run here late? Absolutely not. 99 Magic, Jaren Jackson Jr. They've got Zebo, Draymond Green, a really good defensive team. This is a great squad. If they had gotten in a couple games early and stolen like even 2 pieces, I mean, they might be the favorite at this point, as is though Houston a better roster. And would you look at that, this time being the better roster is not a curse, and this is exactly why 2 games ago I didn't give Dwayne Wade to Houston. I gave him Wilt instead. Then they stole Kevin Durant. Oh, looks like Houston is starting Wilt. By the way, he had 33 and 11. Hakeem coming off the bench though, doing his thing. He's still the vocal and emotional leader of the squad. Houston steals Magic Johnson from Michigan State. That is obviously big time, and it was the plan all along. This journey is nearing its conclusion. Just 6 schools remaining: Cal, Houston, Wake Forest, Memphis, Villanova, and Illinois, who has yet to play a game this video. It's gonna be way too little too late when they do join, and it's not gonna be here. Wake Forest, this could be Wake Forest, the recent super team being built against Memphis, one of the OG super teams that was built in this video. Great matchup. It's really hard to remember, but Memphis has won 5 games this video. They've got Derrick Rose coming off the bench. Wake Forest does have a legit starting 5 now. This could go either way. And look at that. When I don't make a prediction or anything, I'm not upset. I'm not rattled. We've just got a great finish. I will admit, I did think Memphis was probably a little bit better, but Oscar on CP3 in the post. I mean, that's a mismatch. The Tigers are still in a great spot here. It's a tie game, low scoring game. Obviously, lots of defense being played. Michael Jordan, you know he's taking every shot in the clutch. He has been so good this video. I think Chris Paul has good defensive attributes, but the size factor doesn't matter. Oscar's off. Michael Jordan going into the mid post. Lots of traffic. Mike, not panicking, puts up a floater. Okay, he might have panicked there. Oscar Robertson, will he give up the rock? He's going right at, he's got AD cutting back door. That was beautiful. Anthony Davis, great recognition. He dunks over MJ, and we're tied. I feel like I'm always complaining about the AI on 2K. That was a great play. Anthony Davis recognized the mismatch, cut back door. It was beautiful. We've got a tie game. Michael Jordan, game winner. Once again, I'll say not in a UNC or Chicago Bulls jersey, but the aura would still be immaculate. 10 seconds left, holding for the final shot. Penny Hardaway defending him. Michael Jordan takes the screen. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Michael Jordan a 3, and Memphis has a timeout. Now I'm going to complain about 2K's AI. Michael Jordan Why? He's a 99 overall. I get it. Why would he shoot that three? Memphis has enough time. They don't run a good after timeout play for the win. Yeah! Oh my word, a bit anticlimactic because what was that defense? Wake Forest is done as Mike misses at the buzzer. Apologies for not gassing this three up more, but what was Chris Paul doing, man? In that moment, credit to Oscar. Obviously, he hit the shot, but we're not surprised. He's unbelievable in this game. He had 23, 12, and 9, including the game-winning three with 1 second remaining. Michael Jordan was awesome, 21, 6, and 11, but couldn't get it done in the clutch. Wake Forest entered this video late, took down UNC. It was epic. They won another game, but they do come up short. I've been strategic all video with who I'm stealing for Memphis. I could give them, obviously, Chris Paul or Michael Jordan, but they've got enough guards. They don't need it. Tim Duncan allows them to play AD at the 5. This team is basically perfect. I'm basically just saying clear out, let Oscar Robertson cook. Everyone else can play some defense as Cal is back up. Will they drag Illinois into a matchup? I kind of don't think so. Nope, I can't even finagle the arrow, the compass. That is an obvious Cal versus Houston matchup for the entire left side of our map of the USA. In my opinion, Houston dodging a major bullet. This should have been UCLA in this exact matchup, but then again, Cal did beat UCLA, so who's saying they can't do it again? Okay, they were scrappy. They were fiery. I don't know how Cal beat UCLA. All right, I'm back there. They do lose double digits to Houston. Oh my word, I just realized. Houston takes over most of the map. I mean, let's be serious. As we enter the final 4 of our video, they also steal Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, giving them 3 of arguably, if not the greatest centers of all time, all 99 overall. What a lineup Houston is rocking with. Now it's awkward because if I spin either Memphis or Houston here, they'll probably end up playing each other, which I kind of don't want. Oh my, yeah, of course. Who cares what I want, right? Just don't send this arrow west. Okay, if it's not west, I can convince you all they're playing a different team. East. Well, that doesn't work. You know what? We're gonna go with it though. It's not southeast like the compass says, but east of them is Villanova territory. That's the only team that makes sense. Illinois continues to advance through this video for no reason. Just another look quickly as a Final Four refresher. Memphis, I mean, they're stacked. This is their team as it stands, a great starting 5. They've got bench pieces. I mean, it's beautiful. It's perfect. I need a refresher. It's been days since I've seen this Villanova team. They've stolen Carmelo Anthony, Ray Allen, and Buck Williams is down there too. Definitely not as good as Memphis on paper, but definitely good enough to potentially upset them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I just said it like that. I'm kind of losing my mind. 64 games, teams, Imperialism. This is a big video. All right, this is a lot. All right, I'm losing my mind. Oh my goodness, and Memphis is losing this game. Are you kidding me? They are down entering the 4th. It might not even be a clutch finish. Bro, what can I say? What can I say at this point? It's nothing. It's all been said. Memphis is about to lose. All these games we've seen them win. They've won 5 or 6 games. Derrick Rose getting it to go, but it's a 2. It is good enough to beat any team in this video. Ray Allen, the dagger. No, he missed. Okay, the door's still open, Memphis. I'm not shutting it yet. Wait a minute. Why is Oscar Robertson not on the floor? They're running with D Rose and Penny. That's okay, but Oscar is Oscar. Does Nova have a dagger in them? I think they've won this game already. Melo and no free throws. Okay, I mean, that's a bit anticlimactic, but re-entering this video late, Villanova shot a billion 3-pointers, made almost 50% of them, which is definitely good enough. Carmelo Anthony played 41 minutes. Get this man some help. He had a near triple-double, but Memphis is gone just like that. And I've had this suspicion before in Imperialism. When you get too many players, it can screw with your rotation. I mean, look at Villanova. They had to play Carmelo Anthony a bunch of minutes, and he absolutely came through for them. I had many options for who to steal from Memphis. I went once again with Tim Duncan because I think Villanova needs the help with their bigs, especially when they eventually face Houston. So there you go, Nova. I mean, why would I choose Oscar Robertson when they've got Kyle Lowry? He is the GOAT, Villanova. We finally get Illinois. They aren't skating through to the final. If they go in any way east, they play Nova. Any way west, they play Houston. Either way, it's not, they go dead north. Are you, what? Let's try that again. Oh my goodness, this video, this compass. Oh, I actually realized I didn't need to respin. Going north would have been into Houston, but so is their spin taking them slightly west. So there you go. I just doubled down on it. I know we've seen some crazy stuff this video, but like Illinois is not a bad team, school either, but like, come on, it's not happening. I even secretly gave Illinois home court advantage. I tried to cheat for them. No, I didn't. See, I knew it was going to be a blowout. Don't even worry about it. After painting over and eliminating Illinois, we are left with just 2 schools left on our map. What a battle in the championship final, NBA Imperialism, but everyone is on their college team. Let's do it, Houston Nova. We will spin this wheel one final time. Whatever it lands on, whichever school, they get home court advantage. And we're heading to Philadelphia, to Pennsylvania. Oh wait, Villanova is a suburb of Philadelphia. Wait, a suburb? Is that also where the school is? I guess we'll never know. Let's just roll with it. I said the right thing. I'm smart. Both teams have won a handful of games. I think Houston has a bit better roster overall. I mean, that top end talent, Magic, KD, Will, Hakeem off the bench. It's insane, but Villanova, why wouldn't we think they can win this game? Let's go. Okay, here we go. Because it's the final, I'm jumping in 2.5 minutes left. Houston is in control, but it's only a 4-point game. I'm really happy this is a tight finish. This is how we love to end these videos. I was worried Houston would blow Villanova out, but the Wildcats are sticking in it. KD has a mismatch on Paul Arizin, but Kyle Lowry with the sneaky steal. That's so classic. Mellow transition, getting the layup to go. We got a game, boys. KD's got the height mismatch on Paul Arizin. A couple Golden State Warrior legends. KD fumbles the rock. Magic a deep 3. That's not his game, and he missed it. Back out in transition. Villanova again. Carmelo Anthony kind of carrying this team the last couple games. He gets another tough one to go. Houston has to let Magic Johnson cook, right? Just go to, there you go. Go to the post against Kyle Lowry. What are you doing, KD? This time we'll let it fly over Paul Arizin. That was a huge freaking shot. Are you kidding me, man? They do take advantage of one. Now Nova, they need a bucket right here. Tim Duncan inside. No, I knew he was gonna miss it when I saw the animation. That should not have been a miss. He should have dunked it. Clyde back the other way. Could have hit a dagger instead. It's Magic over Lowry. I called for it. I got it. Please, Villanova, run floppy or some kind of play to get either Melo or Ray Allen open for a 3. Please do it. Please. Nope. You don't want to listen to me? Well, then that's what you get. But eventually, every run for 63 teams in this video did have to come to an end, and there it is. I jam-packed a map of the USA with 64 all-time college basketball programs simulated until only one remained, and that one school was indeed the University of Houston. And I'll be honest, I did not see that coming. Well done, Cougars.